This
experience, and
conference
I'm
will
working in
now be
Cognitive.
recorded.
2.5 years of experience with.
Working in Cognizant.
Okay, okay. So
So
this
background is
you are
technical
switching.
support. Technical support.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine, I got you. Mm, thanks, Ajit. So what about Aditya?
Yeah, hi. I have close to 10 years of experience in total in IT, but
Okay,
mostly into infrastructure virtualization and cloud. I do not
okay,
have any experience with MuleSoft or
okay.
Salesforce. Yeah.
So do you have any experience with integration platform, or the integration platform itself new for you?
The integration platform itself is new for me.
Okay, okay. Fine, Aditya. Thanks. So hi, Satish.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning.
Yeah,
Sorry.
hi,
Yeah.
hi. Just we are going for small round of intro, so you can just introduce about yourself.
Yeah, so myself Satish Satyam Shetty.
Hmm.
So I have overall 8 years of experience. It's fully to QA and QA. So as a
Okay,
manual tester, mainframe, and performance test engineer. So
okay,
I'm like not that much pro in coding side.
okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So have you tested anything based on middleware softwares and all, or
Yes, yes.
APIs? APIs and all,
Yeah.
have you tested? Okay,
Yes, yes. We
okay, okay.
tested ESB rules of APIs as
Okay, okay. Super. Thanks, Satish.
well.
Yeah. So Uday, that's it, or the people will be joining?
Yeah, we can go ahead. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So let me open my presentation. Can you able to see my screen? Just on yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. So a small introduction of myself. So myself is Vale Morgan. I am just working as an MuleSoft developer. Now I am the principal solution architect of Syncopay Technologies, and I have more than 4 years of experience in MuleSoft. And I got certified in the 3.x version, also in 4.x version, which we are going to deal now. And currently we are moving into 4.3. So I am doing the platform certification also. Apart from that, I have done various deployments and developed various APIs based on MuleSoft. A full and full MuleSoft product, I can say upon myself. So my whole IT experience is 5 years. Inside that, I am covering more than 4.5 years based on MuleSoft itself. So this is a small introduction of myself. Okay, so I have a small presentation for you. Pardon me if it is not that much good. So everything is based on more technical stuff. But anyway, as many people are from IT, and some people are new to IT, and some people are new to this integration world actually. So our demo will be in mixed term of everything. Something will be going from basic, and something slowly we will switch on to little technical, so that each and every person can identify where you are, and inside the integration where you are in the MuleSoft, and why we are going for MuleSoft. Okay, so it start with the MuleSoft is now currently achieving the more customers actually. So more of the project which is coming inside the integration, everybody are picking on to the MuleSoft due to some specific reason. So what are the specific reasons we will be saying on? To start with MuleSoft, first we need to understand what is meant by integration. Okay, so the MuleSoft is coming under integration. This is the first point which you need to understand. So to need to understand MuleSoft, you need to understand what is the mean of integration, why we are going for integration actually, what is the meaning of integration. Is any people aware of what is meant by integration? Anybody? The people who are in IT also? Just in small description, whatever you know, you can tell me. Okay, fine. So I I hear complete silence. Anyway, I will tell you. So integration is nothing but actually a small piece of code or small piece of information which is used to interact many applications or many dots, I can say, or it may be many n system. Okay, so just we are compiling small component, and we are making it a single component. At last we are going to deliver the final product. So before that final product, we are going to integrate, or we are going to talk to many system based on our business requirement. Okay, that's the integration, as simple as that. So if you're talking inside any IT context, that is in IT world, they will be expecting some other definition, no? So in IT world, they will be telling us an end result which works together to serve functionality as a single entity. It is nothing but we are going to talk to many different system, or many different endpoints, or many different softwares or applications. At the end, we are going to develop a product in terms of applications. In model world, whatever the things you are using like Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram, everything is an application. Okay, if you see in the backend means everything would have been integrated with so many backend system. Because if you take WhatsApp, it may have many functionality to do all the things the application cannot do on its own. So it needs to have the point of contact with a different many system, which will be underlying system or backend system will be there. To integrate and talk to each system, we will be needing a technique called integration. So that's why we are going for integration. Okay, so I will tell you one real-time experience, that is this is actually which has happened, or evolution has happened. What has happened before integration? If the integration platform is not at all introduced to IT before some years. So before that, what was our real scenario, and after integration, what is our real scenario? We will just go to an example. Okay, so in this slide, if you see, means let's take this person. Okay, a person is in this home, this is his location, and before integration evolved to IT, this was our case. Okay, so a person inside the home, and the person now decides to buy some groceries to his house for 1 month. Okay, so he is having some big list of items to buy, and many things he need to go and purchase. Okay, so now what he is deciding is, so first he is going to the market, and he is to go to the market, he is not having the enough money, because he needs to buy for a monthly period. So what he needs to do is, he needs to travel to his bank, where he is having all the money in the bank safely. So he needs to travel with a friend, or he need to take a bike or car, anything he need to take from his home, and he need to go to bank, and he need to withdraw the money there, stand there, and everything he need to get. Again, he need to come to home, and he need to check how much amount is needed. After that, taking that amount, he will be going to the market. And going to the market, each and every market, he needs to divide the money and give the money and take everything. And again, he need to collect each and everything and come back to the home. So this many steps are involved before the integration platform is introduced to us. Nowadays also, many people are following this. Actually, this is the way which our fathers and mothers used to do. Each time they need to travel each and every place, because at that time we don't have any integration facilities, or we don't have any applications APIs actually. But nowadays, that is after integration, if you take the same scenario, means now it's the same person is traveling from the home, he is directly going to the market, and he is just having his debit card or credit card, or GPay, or whatever the online platform nowadays we are having. Each and every small shops are having this facility. So he don't needs to carry his money all the way, or he don't needs to go to his bank for every time and withdraw the money and go to the market and all. He will directly from home, he will go to the market, he will take all the things which he have in his basket, and everything he will receive, and he will pay the money in a fraction of second, and he will directly get back to the home. So this is the case which we are having today. So not alone in this case, if you take the WhatsApp, if you take the Instagram or Facebook, everything is an communication platform. Okay, so before this communication platform happened, what we will be doing? So if you want to meet anything, means we need to mail, or if it is any person by meeting, means you need to go and meet the person, or where much time is involved. But nowadays, the same process if you are doing is, it is happening in fraction of second. If you just want to get any information, you are going to WhatsApp or Facebook, anything social media, you are going and just delivering your message in fraction of second, and you are getting the reply also in fraction of second. Each and everything has been possible, it came into possible by the means of a concept called integration. Okay, that's the core concept. because in integration only we are having the capability, or we are having the facility to integrate many different system and make it as a final product, so that the consumer, the ourselves, we are the consumer, the consumers can feel easy to do their work. They don't need to waste their timing or waste their energy or money in terms of traveling or any means of transport whatever they are having. Okay, so this is one small story, what has happened before integration and after integration. Now, inside this integration, if you see, means there are many softwares nowadays in the market, because integration means it's a common platform, but inside that there are many players which is on in today's world actually, apart from MuleSoft. I'm telling, inside that MuleSoft is just one of the tool which is emerging nowadays. But apart from MuleSoft, we are also having many softwares like Jitterbee and B2B integrations, and we are also having Delboomi, Apigee. All these things are nothing but like MuleSoft. They are also an integration platform, softwares or tools which is used in market nowadays. Okay, so till that, is it clear what is integration and why we came for integration? Do you have any doubt? I will take a pause for 1 minute. Mm-hmm.
It's clear for me.
Yeah, especially the people who are new to IT. So, is it very clear where you are landing actually? Okay, fine. So I will take the silence as okay. So let's move forward now. Now leave upon this integration platform. Now we will just go into deep of MuleSoft. Okay. So as I say, there are many different tools available in the market for integration in IT world. But why the people are moving to MuleSoft nowadays? Why all the consumers are very keen, or they are just moving only to the MuleSoft apart from the other software? There may be some advantages, or there may be some special features which will be making the MuleSoft as the hero to pick up or to attract the consumers. Okay, so let us see some of the advantages, or some of the key features why the people are moving to MuleSoft. Okay, so the first main thing is the size of the application. If you take the MuleSoft application size, means it will be very lightweight. Okay, whenever you are coming to IT and working in an applications or software, means if you see the size of the software or the facility for the software to work in an system, it will be very high actually. So you need to have some 16 GB of RAM facility, you need to have this much space, and the application will have supporting softwares to be installed. Each and everything is compiled, and after that only the application will be working fine as expected. But when you are coming to MuleSoft, the MuleSoft product, what they are giving you is A to Z. They are giving to you, it's only a single application where you will be downloading directly. And to download also, you don't need to rely on any softwares or any other prerequisite. Everything is inbuilt nowadays, so just you need to download and make it useful for yourself. And we are having the free version of Studio, where you can use it for n number of times. There is no license at all for the Studio. We are also having one more web application for MuleSoft also, which you will be seeing in the below slide. And for that, it is free for 1 month, and apart from that, you need to purchase the license, which is of cost. And the cost, if you see also, it's a minimum of range. So that's one of the main reason. And another thing is, if you see the deployment phase, okay, the people who are new to IT, deployment phase is nothing but whenever you are working on anything, after completing of the thing, it will be delivered as a product. Okay, like WhatsApp, an application. After I develop, for example, I'm taking a WhatsApp itself. I had developed an WhatsApp application, and after developing it, that I need to give it to the people, to the outer world. Okay, to do that, there is one process called deployment. It is nothing but we are going to expose our application to the outer world. That's the thing, nothing else. To do the deployment, many systems, that is an integration platform, each and every softwares are having their unique way of doing the deployment. Similarly, in MuleSoft also there is a unique way, but what makes MuleSoft different is the deployment phase in MuleSoft is very easy. It's very direct actually. You don't need to study, or you don't need to keep up a list of items to be executed whenever you are going for deployment phase. It's only a two-step process or three-step process. and the MuleSoft is offering for you its own cloud edition to do the deployment. You can just directly use this cloud edition, where each and every infrastructure the MuleSoft is already set up for you. So if you are going to expose to our outer world, it's just only two-step process or three-step process in MuleSoft. That's one of the main advantage. Okay, and another main important thing is the cost actually. So whoever it may be you or me, whenever you are going to attract an end product, in the next thing which you will be seeing is, apart from the feature, you will be saving the cost. If the cost is affordable to us, we will be definitely going and buying the product. If the cost is more costlier, then you will be thinking whether to go or not, or you may be in a position to leave that product also. But in MuleSoft, compared to other related softwares, the MuleSoft cost is very, very less actually. The time consumption and the cost to maintain any softwares is very, very less in MuleSoft. That's the reason the people are, or the customers are going to the MuleSoft nowadays. Okay. And another thing, the graphical user interface, that is, you are going to work inside one studio or you are going to work inside one web application, how the interface will look like is, it will be very user friendly actually. Each and everything will be of an connector configuration, like how we are using your game software, no, where you are going to connect anything, you will be having some steps, you will be executing the step. When everything is correct, the game will be started. Similarly, if you want to do anything inside your WhatsApp, you will be creating a group and everything is in configuration in the back end. If you say means in front end, it will be an applications where you will be dragging and dropping, but in back end, it will be in configuration. It may be a configuration, it may be a coding language, but if it goes to coding, it is difficult for us. But in MuleSoft, nothing is in terms of coding is there. There are some codings which is having some separate language, but it is not something like Java or C++ or anything like vast concepts involved. Everything is in connector configuration. If you want to connect to Salesforce, means directly you will be having the connector, just drag and drop, connecting the strings, and you will be establishing the connection. If you want to connect the Facebook, WhatsApp, any application you want, you will be doing it the same manner. Okay. So, on seeing all this thing, you will be having one more important point, that is the time consumption, which is very, very important in IT world. The people are very keen on the timing only, because if the time is high, definitely the cost to the project will be high and the developers will be high. Each and everything will be keep on loading to the customers. But when the time consumption to develop a product or API or anything within a software, if it is very less, definitely your overall cost to the project as well as to the developers cost, each and everything, license cost, everything will be coming into lesser margin. So in MuleSoft, for deployment phase, for runtime phase, for maintaining the application, for each and everything, the time which it is taking is very, very less compared to other software. So these are some of the key features why the people are moving to the MuleSoft nowadays. Okay. Now, if you see this diagram, so the introduction to this MuleSoft, if you see this diagram means the MuleSoft is at the center, and if you see all these applications, these are nothing but different platforms. Like this is Twitter and Box applications, Salesforce as itself, Facebook, and some database. Everything can be connected via MuleSoft. And down, if you see, means that these are nothing but the backend data, like a customer database it may maintain. If you are having contact information, all the information will be maintained in backend some data, or customer hosted applications where you need to fetch the data or store the data. Like this, all the backend informations are it's called the underneath application, where it is available beneath the MuleSoft. Okay. If you take WhatsApp, definitely each and every WhatsApp is having its own database, MG store they will be telling. If you go and see in your application setting, you will be having the MG store, where it will be connected to a database, where you will be having the password or cracking password. If you crack that password, means you can able to fetch the data. Where WhatsApp will be maintaining in the backend their own database, they will be maintaining all this thing. Similarly, each and every application, whatever the application you are using, everything is will be having their backend application, where it will be contacting number of a backend application to give you the best possible result. Okay, how this all the things is happening. If we are using 10 different softwares for WhatsApp, definitely it will be tough for WhatsApp to maintain 10 different application, pay for 10 different applications, and do leverage all the things. But think if the same WhatsApp user is using only one applications or one API, where all these 10 backend system can be connected and we can get the result, means definitely the customers will be going for to the second option. That's what happening in the MuleSoft. So what the MuleSoft will do means it is having the capability to connect any system in this world. It may be any system. It may be exposed to outer world, or it may be isolated from the outer world. It may be connected via the HTTP or not connected via the HTTP. It may be a single system, or it may be a private system. Anything, if it is any system, we can connect via MuleSoft. This is one of the biggest achievement to the MuleSoft. Okay, A to Z system or applications or the mobile platform or the social platform, anything can be connected via MuleSoft. And the opposite also, it can able to connect to this main application, as well as it may be able to connect to the backend application. Whatever these applications are using, hundreds of thousands of backend application is there, means the MuleSoft can able to establish a connection between all these things. That's the main motive of MuleSoft. Okay, fine. So now I told how the MuleSoft is doing this. So how the MuleSoft is achieving it. It needs to have some wings, no? It needs to have some left hand or right hand or some specific tools to perform all these things. Okay. So I'm just moving to the next slide. So all these tools is enclosed inside the single what is a single platform or the single slide. You can see these are all the features the MuleSoft as a product is using to achieve achieve an API or achieve to connect different types of APIs. Okay, so what is acting upon this each thing is nothing but one separate functionality which is working inside MuleSoft. And based on this each one case study, we will be going inside your deep training session, but I will just give you an overview of what all these things is. Actually, the MuleSoft is divided into two types. One is the studio part, which you will be developing the stuffs and playing around it. And the another is web application. We are having one thing called Anypoint platform. It is a web application like your www.facebook.com, similarly like www.mulesoftannypoint.com is there. So why that purpose is maintained is, in that purpose only, in that web application only, we will be deploying the MuleSoft applications, we will be monitoring the applications, we will be applying the security, we will be designing the API. Each and everything is done in the web application, and to develop as a product, to do the implementation, we will be working inside the studio. So these two things are combinedly the MuleSoft product is providing for you. Both the thing you can able to access and you can able to deliver the product. So that is only this slide is composed of. Okay, so the MuleSoft architect, as we explained earlier, all the social platform. Here you can see that mobility and devices, the social platforms, the SaaS applications, and the cloud platforms, and the customers or partner suppliers. All these things are nothing but a means or a way of hosted application where the customers are using nowadays. We are using the mobility applications like whatever the softwares you're using nowadays. Similarly, many IT people you will be using the software as a platform, a SaaS application. Similarly, some other people will be using the cloud platform. Some other will be having the customer supply platform. All these things the MuleSoft is able to connect, and it can able to establish a connection between the backend system also, where it may be a database or customer apps or packaged app like SAP or IBM or Oracle. All the things are called backend database, where it will be maintaining the huge database is maintained there. So we need to establish a connection, fetch your result, and give it back to this all this platform whatever they are requesting. Okay, so how all this will be happening? Okay, I said MuleSoft is a product and it is having two different kinds to do and develop and each and everything. But how the MuleSoft will be able to achieve this? There should be a product or there should be a way, no, to do this thing. So that is nothing but that is called as an API. Okay, in simple words, it's application program interface, or in a real time nowadays we can also call it an applications. or it's an your Facebook is an application, your WhatsApp is an API actually, your Instagram is an API actually. Each and everything are nothing but an API which is given to the customers to do their decided job. It may be means of anything. Inside API there will be some specific coding or specific information will be there. Based on if it is Instagram means it is definitely a communication platform. So based on communication, what are the features it is needed, it will be developed inside that API. So all these things will be done with the help of an API only. You are going to in a real time you are going to develop this API only. Okay. So before moving to dig in deep inside this API, so is it, I will take 1 minute pause, is it clear? So what is MuleSoft, its features, advantages, and how it is doing, each and everything is clear, or do you have any doubt?
I have a question here. Like as a testing
Yeah.
team, we are testing
Mm.
MuleSoft APIs. So they
Mm.
calling them as like ESB MuleSoft APIs.
Mm.
What is ESB
So
comes in picture
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
MuleSoft?
So yeah, fine. So they are calling as an ESP MuleSoft API. Okay. So as I told, integration. Okay. So in integration, the other terms they will be telling as an ESP. ESP is nothing but the enterprise service bus. If you take the enterprise service bus, it will it the same slide only. It will also doing. The concept is the same. For example, enterprise. I'm just typing this service bus, which is known as ESP, and in terms it is known as integration platform. Okay, so what this will do means we will be having any application one is there, and it needs to communicate with a backend system. So there will be on middleware. It may be anything, it may be MuleSoft or anything, and this is the backend database. This is the core concept of integration. Okay, so ESP means this middleware is called this the ESP, where the functionality of ESP will be achieve or take the requirement from these applications and store it, and it will have a way to communicate to this backend system, take the response and give it back to the application one. This is the duty it will be doing. But if you see the middleware means, the middleware is common, it may be in MuleSoft. Okay, the middleware may be MuleSoft, or it may be the other terms, other softwares called Delvomi, or it may be Apigee or anything. So when it is coming as a MuleSoft, they'll be telling MuleSoft ESP. That's the thing, nothing else in this. So is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Okay. So do you have any other doubt? Whatever we
Hello.
explained now? Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying API and application are same, but API is something different from application, no?
No, no. See, the API, if you take means, if you take the Facebook, it's an applications or API, if it all means both the things having the similar functionality. Because if you see the application of Facebook as an application, if you see the backend means, it will be connecting to different backend systems or different backend datas. Because inside Facebook, you need to maintain the contact information, you need to maintain the public information, you need to maintain the news information. All these things are nothing but it will be fetching the details from different information or different endpoints, where it will be
Mm.
doing the integration, where the terms of API is coming. So API, inside API, it's nothing but it's just bringing the all the smaller components into one specific dot. That's why I'm telling that.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Any other doubt or clarification or anything you can ask? Please feel free to ask me. So shall we proceed? Okay, fine. Fine. So now we will concentrate on the main or core functionality, because in MuleSoft, this is the thing which you are going to do. You are going to develop an application program interface, but you need to understand what it is and how you are going to develop it, and next you are going to see the concept, the main concept, what the MuleSoft is giving for you to develop these applications. Okay, so the application is nothing but, as I said just now, it is used to communicate with different component or different software or different end system. But what are the basic features, or what are the things which will be happening inside the application is, or inside the API is, it is nothing but you will be having the operations. That is what to call means what kind of operations you are going to do. It may be an HTTP method, means it may be get, post or delete or anything, or what to call or what to send. So you will be having the URL, or you will be having the complete ID, or anyway what are the means you need to do, you will be having. And apart from that, you will be having the input section. Input section means, suppose you are having one system called A, there is one system called B. Okay, the system A knows only specific language called XML. The system B knows only the specific language called JSON. Okay, now how the communication will happen between these two? But you want some information from both the system, and you need to give it to the customers. This is our use case. Now here the MuleSoft is coming. So what the MuleSoft will do means, from application A, it will take the input which will be coming as an XML, and what it will do means the MuleSoft will do the data transformation. This is one of the big main purpose why the people are switching to MuleSoft. It will do the data transformation. Transformation means it will change this XML payload to the thing what the end system is expecting. What is the end system expecting? It is expecting the data in JSON. Then only it can able to identify, or it can able to do something. So it will take the payload as an XML. It will do the data transformation, that is convert the XML payload into JSON and send it to the backend system. Now the backend system, the application B, will understand, because it is able to understand only JSON. It will take this, it will understand, it will fetch the result and give the response. Now again it will do the response data transformation, that is from JSON to XML. It will convert again, and it will give it back to the system A, the application A. In this way only the communications will be happening. So the data transformation will be happening inside the API. That is your input section and output section. Okay, and it will mainly rely on the object structure. What kind of object structure means, what kind of payload you are getting, and what kind of payload the target system is getting. All these informations will be listed and sorted out while you are developing an API. Okay, and after developing this API, you will be exposing this API via any URL. Like if suppose I am developing an app for Saravana stores, I will be exposing an application with my own URL, something like www.saravanastores.app.com or in.com, something like that. Okay, that is one thing. And there is one more thing also. This is one common criteria. Let us take the notepad to understand better. Suppose application is common, or API is common. For this, you will be identifying the sample, request, response, headers, or there is any query or URL parameters, something. What are the supporting this URL parameters? You will be gaining this. You will be asking what kind of software you need to put. Nowadays you are having the username password, no, for your Facebook and all, or you want to have the authentications, or you want to have the OTP. All these things you will be getting the information, OTP or username, password, everything you will be taking. And the next more important thing is, inside this you may have a chance to connect a many underlying system or backend system. Suppose you want to connect to some database. So what you will do means, you will take the URL of the database, and you will take the user. Is there any credential there? Means you will have the credential of the database. And apart from that, if there are any license, means you will take the license of the database. So all this information you will connect based on what are the backend system you need to connect. So we will take all this information. In MuleSoft, you will have the database connector where you will be dragging on, and based on this information, you will be doing the configurations. After doing the configuration, you will be testing that whether it's connecting or not. If the connection is established, you will be getting the data process. So all these things, everything will be done in developing an application program interface. So this is the process which is involved in an application program interface. Okay, that is fine. Let me go to the slide. Okay, but there should be a way to develop this application. No, whatever the things I said, it's on the clumsy manner. If you see, means there is no start and end, there is no procedure, or there is no a diagram, specific diagram which will be telling you need to start from a roadmap A and you need to complete to the roadmap Z. There should be some specific structure or way to develop an API. So for this, the MuleSoft is giving a concept called API management lifecycle. This is the whole diagram, or this is the blueprint or roadmap, whatever way you need to follow to develop an API. Now I said many steps. No, now it will be in a standard process. There it was clumsy, but the MuleSoft is giving a standard process to do this or to develop an API. So it is having some three different phases. One is called the design phase, the inner circle, and second is the implementation phase, and third is the management phase. Okay, so what will happen in the design phase? If it take this inner circle, means it is having the design, simulate, feedback, and validate. Let us take one real-time example. Keep in mind that take the examples of Sarvana stores itself. Okay, I'm going to the Sarvana stores. People are coming and telling that, boss, you need to develop an API for my specific store, and it needs to have this many criteria. They will tell and go. Now what I will do means I need to develop an API for Sarvana stores. The first thing what I will do is I will sit and design the basic parameters. So first what I will think means I will sketch the URL and I will sketch what are the sections that should be inside an API. If we take in cloth industry, means what are the section we need to have? We need to have one payment section, we need to have one gent section, ladies section, kids sections. For each and everything you need to have some brand, specific brand should be there. If the customer is going and searching for the specific brand, it needs to list down the rate, or the cashback or the bonus, each and everything you will be considering and simulating into some product. Okay, I will tell you in detail. Let us take the same notepad. Saravana store app. This is the thing which you're going to do. So what I will do is I will be segregating everything into one section. Now I'm going to segregate payment. Okay, payment means you may have debit or credit or any GPay or any online, all or cash. Everything you will be putting into payment section. The next thing is dress. If you categorize the dress, it may be of a gents or ladies or small students or babies or anything. So it will be categorized inside this. So it is of one section. And there may be a bonus section for each address. You need to mention how much bonus your percentage of bonus you are going to give to the customers. Okay. So pardon the spelling. Just I am telling for your understanding purpose. So this is our whole app, and this many sections you are going to develop. Let us take this three section itself. We are going to take the payment section, dress section, and bonus section. So when you open the Saravana Stores app, you need to have three different box with payment, dress, and bonus. When you click the payment, you need to, there should be two options or three options displayed. One thing is debit or credit or payment in terms of online like net banking or GPay or anyway, it needs to be listed down. If we take the dress, gents, ladies, everything needs to be listed down. If you take the bonus, for each section what is the bonus should be listed down. How we are using nowadays app. So you are going to develop it. So you will be design and putting everything inside and resource. So this payment, dress, and bonus are nothing but a resource, a complete resource. For this complete payment resource, there will be some request and response. It means if you go for this payment, inside this what we are having, we are having the online payment like debit or credit or wallet. Okay, so for online credit or debit or wallet, you will be having on request means the people will be taking their card mission and they will be requesting for how much rupees you are you used for buying the dress. It may be some 10,000 or anything. So where the 10,000 is our request. So after entering your credentials and all, what it needs to do, it needs to go on inside the backend, it needs to reach the bank application, it needs to check your account balances. If the balance is there means it will give success, and you will be getting in responses and pay slip, where you will be having each and everything, how much rupees you used, and the invoice will be given to the customers. So here this will be the request, and the response payslip will be the response. And like this only you need to design an API. So for this thing you need to do the implementation phase. The design phase is over. After completing this design phase, now it goes to the implementation phase, where you are going to build this. Okay, build where the actual scenario is coming. Because now I simply told, whenever you are going to the payment, it should be a 3 tab, and inside 3 tabs, that if someone is paying 10,000, it need to go and get the responses approved, or it may be rejected. But if you are going to the build phase, you need to build many interface, you need to interact many in system. Take one single resource called payment. Inside that you are having the bank application. The person is coming and giving an HDFC credit card or debit card, and he is telling 10,000 is the bill. Now just you are going to enter your credential in back end. You will be done the connection configuration of connecting all the bank application, like HDFC or IOB or SPA or anything. You will be having the back servers, you will be connected to the servers, where whenever you are calling this particular thing, suppose if you are calling HDFC, it will directly go to the backend, fetch the HDFC database, and check the details. If it is approved or rejected, it should give you the response in fraction of second. So all these things will be happening in the implementation phase. Okay, now we develop the product, and now we are going to expose it to the outer world. Okay, well, exposing the product to the outer world, you cannot just expose it, because the people who want Saravana stores, or who want to reach that people may use that application, that is fine. Suppose thing, the people who don't want, whether they can use that application simply, is definitely a waste of use. So you will be setting some parameter, or you will be applying some security. That is, you will be setting some username and password. Whoever the people is having the account inside that particular application, they can only get inside and use that application facility. Apart from that, you cannot have it. So like that, you need to have some security, or you need to have some policy. All this will be happening inside your management. Okay, after the application is exposed to the outer world, you need to have the logs means you need to have the analytics. How many people are reaching the API, how many people are not interested, how many people liked this API, what is the traffic, each and everything should be monitored. So all these monitoring circles, analytic circles, applying this policy circles, each and everything the MuleSoft is giving you inside one is single platform web application. So like this only you need to develop an API and expose it to the outer world. This is the process the MuleSoft is giving for you. So is it clear? Is it clear regarding the APA and its development life cycle? How the people are going? How the people will be developing inside MuleSoft? Any doubt? At least one is or no?
Yeah. So when it comes to design, like, do we have an interface for design in MuleSoft, or where are we
Yeah,
designing this?
we are having the interface for MuleSoft, where we will be sketching, or you will be creating a blueprint. The concept is known as RAML. You will be getting all this detail in dig when you are coming into the real timing. Okay, we are having the platform, where the web application anypoint platform. Inside that we are having the design section. The concept is called the RAML, where you will be designing the skeleton of an API, and after that only you will be going for the implementation phase.
Okay. So and also, like, when we wanted to communicate with the DB systems,
Hmm,
database systems,
hmm,
so we are
hmm.
interacting with only APIs, like API gateways, like by using post or get methods. Or
Yeah, so to answer this question, it will be covered in the next topic, the connectivity topic.
okay, okay, thank you.
So to get an overview of the people who are new to IT, you need to understand how an application or API is developed actually. So this is the process which is involved in MuleSoft. Any other doubts? Okay, so let us move to the next thing. Okay, Now I am going to tell you the 90% mostly used concept in MuleSoft. Why the MuleSoft is blooming like this means it's mainly because of this particular concept called API-led connectivity. Okay, as you asked, no. So how we are going to connect to the underlying system, whether it will be exposed directly to the API or it will be in a backend of, or it will be having an URL. All this stuff will be covered inside this specific topic called API-led connectivity. So if this in your real time also you will be developing like this only. You will be having the same chart and you will be performing your tasks. Okay, so here if you see means we are having some three different sections called system APIs, process APIs, and experience APIs. Okay, and here if you see means you are having the mobile applications or web application. These are the two means of communications where you will be requesting something, like it may be via mobile or it may be like in web application. Okay, and after requesting it is having some arrow marks, it is going to some process and systems, all this thing. So inside MuleSoft API led connectivity, it is promoting a concept. This concept is, these three things are nothing but three separate APIs inside your MuleSoft. Experience API in separate API, and process is in separate API. System is in separate API. Each one is having its own characteristics and functionality to perform and desired function. Okay, first we will see the experience API. What is an experience API? Experience API is the only API which is exposed to the customers or the people. Okay, they will be interacting via this experience API only. For this experience API, you will be having one unique URL. That URL will be given to the customers or the persons who are using nowadays. They will be interacting only via that URL. So the experience API plays a major role in interacting to the direct customers. It will receive the payload. The receiving the payload, everything will be happening inside this particular API only. So you are receiving the payload via mobile application or web application. It may be any kind of payload. So the experience layer will identify that payload. It will have the concept to extract that payload, and while extracting the payload, if there is any security involved, because the mobile application when it is coming to another application, there may be any kind of software, like it may be encrypted or it may be in some other format, or it may have some authentication, everything it needs to sort it out. So all these things will be happening in the experience layer. It is only used to accept the data and convert the data, whatever the data it is having, it is just keep the ready to process the data. All the things will be happened in the experience layer. Now after receiving the data, then you will be having the process API. Okay, where the real process will be happening, because for each and everything a concept will be involved. Okay, so suppose take an order. Suppose if you are ordering anything inside your Amazon platform, you will be having different section, like order confirmation, shipping, and the tracking of shipping, and at the database what are the things, each and everything will be happening, where everything is separate and process. If you take the order means it is in separate process. If you take the shipment means it is in separate process. So suppose if you want to order anything means the process, the mules of next time what it will do means they will design and perform a task of order history, where in this process API you will be calling the system API, that is to do that order process. If we want to connect to any database or underlying system, anything means you will be connecting in the process API by calling the system, which is in the another entity called the system API. So for all this order information, this particular endpoint will be available. For all the customers information, this particular endpoint will be available. For all the shipment, this particular endpoint will be available. When you call this endpoint will call this to whatever the endpoint it is needs to call and gather the information and give the result here, and this result will be carried out to here. So like this only, the flow will be happening inside the MuleSoft API led connectivity. So the process information will be happening in process API, then what will be available in the system API. This is one separate API or layer which will be developed, which will be exposed only to contact the end system. Okay, here only you will be having the connector configurations of all the end system. Whatever the end system you need to configure, that end system will be configured inside the system API only. Okay, and keep in mind, end system in the cells means this end system is not exposed directly to process API or experience API or to the customers. It is that your end system is not at all exposed to any outer world directly. So if you expose your end system directly, what will happen? Definitely data loss or breaching or hacking, everything can happen. So the MuleSoft is giving you 100% data integrity by not exposing all the end system or information outside the MuleSoft application directly. In if they have the access, mean they can access, otherwise they can't get into this stuff and all. So what it is doing, we are developing this layer. Inside this layer we are just hosting or calling this database where it is secure. We will be getting only the output of this API to the system API, this interface. After the system will be traveled to this process and to the experience and to the customers. So like this only the flow will be happening. Never and nevertheless in MuleSoft you will be exposing any endpoint directly to the customers. It's not at all possible. It's giving you the 100% security. For each and everything it is having the separate layer, and from that separate layer only you will be having the response. From that layer only it will be communicating to another layer and to the customers. Suppose for example, if you're ordering anything, the order will be coming via the mobile applications or anywhere like this. So first the order will be going to the process, directly it will be hitting this. In backend it will be happening, you don't need to do anything. So in backend it will go to this order history. In the order history it will see the configuration, what are the backend needs to contact. Support it needs to contact order system, it will have an call to the system API. The system API internally will have an call to this order system. The order system will give the response to the system API. From the response of system API it will get to the process API. From the response of process API it will internally reach to this order history and it will take the response. From the response of process API it will directly go to the experience API. After that it will go to the end users. So like this only it is giving you the data integrity, and it is not promoting the hacking or breaching or data loss. So it is very secure. So this is the concept the MuleSoft is giving. Apart from that, there is also main advantage, because whatever I said, everything is correct. All other applications, all other integration softwares like Delboomi or anybody will be developing the same API, with developing the same concept. But what makes the MuleSoft different is this all thing may be in single application it is going to do, but if you see in the internal means, it is segregated into three different application, three different URLs it is having. This application only given to the customer, where it will internally call this process, where it internally call the system API. Like this only it will be happening. In future there is some modification, there is some order history. Inside that order history they are segregating into country wise. So there is some two systems now. So if you are developed each and everything inside one single application, what you need to do, you need to write or alter the whole applications. Where if you are having any coding stuff means, you may have 10 lines of code, you may have thousands or 10,000s or lakh lines of code, where you need to refactor each and everything. Again you need to do the deployment and give it to the user, where it involves the human effort, cost effect, and the building effort. Each and everything is been involved. But here the case is totally different. There only the MuleSoft plays a vital role. What it will do means, in future the same thing is happening means, the experience API will be remained, there won't be no change in the experience API. The system API will also be remained, there won't be no change in the system API. You will be having the only change in the process API, and also in process API only to this particular order history endpoint, where you will be directly going to the process API. Only in this particular endpoint, whatever is needed, you will be doing that without touching all other things. Everything will be working perfectly. After this thing is fixed, you will be doing just one update or deployment. Again all this information will be promoted to the latest software, whatever they are achieving it, whatever they want. So like this only the MuleSoft is giving you the users to alter or modify or do anything without disturbing the already developed or working functionality. So this is one of the key features why the MuleSoft has given this API led connectivity approach. So is it clear? So this is very important. Can you able to understand how it is happening, how the communication is happening inside a MuleSoft hosted application? Any comments or anything? Or if you do not understand, please tell me. I will take one more time. I don't hear any voice at all. Anusha or Vinay, Satish or Aditya, anybody?
It's clear as of now.
Okay, so anyway, now it's a fresh concept, but when you are working inside the real time, no, that time you will understand A to Z. But I'm just giving you an overall sketch of what it is happening. So, what about Vinay, Aditya, Anusha? Can you able to get whatever we are discussing?
Yes, yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah, okay, fine. Anusha? Yeah, so it may be a new concept for you. Actually, it may be everything will be freshly binded. So while going forward, you will understand it deeply. Okay. Fine. So these are the things which I want to tell inside the MuleSoft, how it is happening. I taken one main concept, and apart from that, in your real-time training, after developing all this software, you need to test its applications. No, for that, I will also taking in class on how to test. I think the person who are from testing, they already know what is meant by Postman or SOPI, where they used to test the applications, and we will also discussing upon the automated code, that is the deployment. Each and everything won't be happening in manual. It needs to automate. Nowadays everybody are asking in automation. When you change something, it should directly go and do the deployment. You don't need to go and do the same step. So all the things we'll be discussing. And apart from that, we will also having day by day topics, and each topic we will be doing exposing that POC, and parallelly you will also do that POC, and after completion of that you will be moving to the next class. And if you want, while going forward, if you want any topic, you can also tell me directly, so that I will include the topic and do the POC, and you people also will be doing along with me. Apart from that, if you want to do any certification help, or if you want to do anything, means we will definitely guide you. So these are the things which I wanted to tell you. So that's it from my end. If you have any doubts or anything which you want to ask me, please ask me now. We are having 5 minutes time.
Yeah, hi, very,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah.
some issue. My app it was stuck and I was not able to mute or unmute, so I had to join
Okay,
again. Yeah. So,
okay.
like, just wanted to know, like, people who are very new to all this, like, who
Mm,
do not have any development background to API or uh, like database or SQL or
mm,
any such
mm,
background, like, what
mm,
is your suggestion, like, how we
mm.
can progress the
Yeah.
learning plan?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, if the people are new to IT, okay, so the IT, if you see, means definitely many people knows what it consists of. It consists of one development section, support section, network section, each and everything. But if you go for any software and anything, means if you are having the coding stuff, basically it will be of coding stuff. If you see the coding, means you need to learn any separate language freshly. You need to understand the language. You need to explore. After that, you need to correlate with your whatever the softwares you are working, which will take some time. But why I am just asking the people to come inside MuleSoft, and why I'm telling, mainly telling to switch for MuleSoft, is here the coding knowledge is reduced to 90%. Okay, you don't do any coding steps and all. It's nothing there, because everything is in package here. Already the coding is done for you. Just you are going to drag the connector. Everything is in connector configuration, where the people are new to IT or new to integration or new to MuleSoft can easily see and identify and do the stuff. That's one of the main advantage. Okay, and the next thing is, if you go for the deployment phase, means any software, if you're going for deployment, means you are having a numerous step. Actually, you need to follow many steps to do the correct deployment in different environment. But when we are coming to MuleSoft, It is very easy actually. It's very direct, where you will be having the steps will be already compiled for you. The MuleSoft is already having its cloud edition where you can do the deployment. That is second advantage. And the third thing is the graphical user interface for MuleSoft is a very very user friendly. Okay, it is not anything very tough, or it is not a thing where it will be hanging on, or you cannot identify at all. Okay, whatever the error is happening inside the MuleSoft, it will tell you which component, which line, and which word. All these things it will tell you clearly in MuleSoft. That is one more advantage. It is everything in the user readable format only. And fourth main reason is the people who are having knowledge in MuleSoft in today's circle is very less. But if you see, the demand is very high. So what will happen if the demand is high and the people is less? If you are learning this technology, what will be benefited? You can itself guess. You will be getting whatever the package you need. You can decide and you can go to. Because if the demand is high, if you are, the people is less, if you are very mastered in this, if you have done the certification of MuleSoft, the people are ready to give whatever you are asking. You don't need to go and take whatever the company is giving for you. Instead, you can sit and ask, this is the package I want, because this much knowledge I am having where the demand is high. So definitely the company will be giving you whatever the package you are asking. These are the four key reasons I'm telling why you need to come for MuleSoft. Is it clear, Aditya?
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Any other? Any other doubt or clarifications? Anything?
When in doubts, you can just let me know. Else we'll close the
Yeah.
call. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Fine then. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Happy weekend.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thanks for
Thank you.
joining.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.